Now I look how I felt the last few days. Sick AF. Hello everyone, it is pissing down outside. My voice is a little bit funny because I'm still a little bit sick. Some of you guys picked up in my last video about how my voice sounded really deep, and honestly, no shit, like while I was filming I had no idea, but when I was editing that video I was like, I sound so strange, and then I ended up getting sick the next day. So if you're wondering why I sounded different in my last video and this video, that is why. I picked up some crazy like sinus thing, like extreme hay fever, so I'm on all these like nasal sprays and like hay fever tablets and prescription meds and ugh. So I'm on the mend, and today I felt like filming and it is miserable outside. It's storming, it's crap, summer who, but I've been meaning to do a video like this for literally, you guys have no idea, like a year now. I went on to Vogue and I just looked through a few of their beauty secrets like videos, and this one I'd actually already seen before. It's the Doja Cat one. I was like in love with how the makeup turned out, especially because the process looked really crazy. I was like, oh my god, relatable, because you guys know me, when you're watching my YouTube videos, like my process is so effed up. Like sometimes like halfway through the video it's like, how is this girl gonna save this makeup look? Literally, I just have the weirdest process, and I feel like she had the weirdest process and it just ended up looking flawless in the end, but through the middle I'm like, oh, what the heck? And she had some really cool like hacks as well. So today we are going to recreate Doja Cat's Guide to E-Girl Beauty. I'm gonna put the video like on the screen as I go. I'm just gonna see how it looks on me. I don't have a hot pink wig unfortunately, but I'm gonna do her hair as well. I'm gonna skip the skincare because I've already done my own skincare, and I'll link the video down below if you want to go watch the entire thing. Okay, so I'm gonna take my concealer brush and a color corrector. The one I have here is by Pixie Beauty.
I take this concealer brush, I go in to this color corrector. This is by Becca.
This works really well.
And then I start to go over my circles.
I'm gonna actually run some on top of my eyelids too, just because I've got like a lot of discoloration up there. I'm just blending it out with my Flawless Finish Sponge by XO Beauty. Next up she has foundation. She's using Fenty Beauty. I don't have that one anymore, so I'm just gonna use my NARS foundation that matches me currently. Hopefully, I'm quite pale.
I do my foundation next, and I use Fenty, 2 pumps of that, but then I do it across my cheeks, and then I just make sure I get it all over. I just keep building depending on how I feel. So I put concealer, so then I take it and I just make a little bow under my eye. And then I do a little soul patch, like a villain, like a Disney villain, and then I blend that out.
So the next tip, I actually have the correct product, I think. This is the translucent one at least.
So then I put that right on my cheeks, just in the center.
Alright, I'm going to use a fluffy blender brush from the next set. She presses it on like under her eyes as well using this brush, which is cool. Usually I use like a big brush, well not a big one, but maybe like a small face brush like this size, so it's a little bit different.
This fluffy eyeshadow brush, like a blending brush, and then I press it in here.
For the next step I'm going to use my sheer powder brush.
Brush it, I flick it.
Alright, so far so good. So nothing around this like outer part of my face is set yet. I don't know, we'll keep going. The next step's like random AF, but she like massages under her eye with like a flatter brush. So I'm going to use this angled face brush by XO Beauty and just use the tip of it and just massage in any excess powder, I guess. Alright, so I'm just going to use my sheer powder brush for the rest of my face.
Whatever's kind of left over, swirl that around. And just put that down.
Okay, next up she's going back in and flips it and shakes it, and she said get a lot on your sponge.
I always contour with bronzer. Yeah, this is like every day for me. And I go under my lip, and this kind of creates like a shadow. Take it down into like my nose, but I start from here, create that shadow.
For the blush I'm going to use Orgasm. It kind of looks like that's what she used, maybe. I'm just assuming because this is like super popular as well, and it's definitely a NARS blush. And she's using a brush a similar shape to this one. This is the medium face brush.
And I just swirl it around.
Holy crap, this is a lot.
I get a lot on there too, because I like a lot. Tap it off and just work on the edges, and I bring my blush up. Because I like a high cheekbone, I always make sure it's higher than lower. I just start packing it onto my nose and I scrub it. I scrub my nose pretty much. I scrub it on the sides, I get under it, on the sides,
I'm not sure I can pull off this look as well as her.
And what happens, it fades during the day.
Now I look how I felt the last few days. Sick AF.
On my lips. And then I take a little bit onto my eyelids because I watched an episode of this that Tinashe did, and she puts it on her eyelids. And I'm like, oh, word. And then I take my bronzer and I swirl it around. And I focus on my outer area because that just looks better on me.
Next time she goes in with liquid blush as well. We're not stopping here. It's gonna get more intense than it already looks. I might use this one. It's still a liquid blush. It's just in this funny little packaging. It's by Stila. So I'm just going to tap it on. Oh god, can I even get my finger in there?
And I just pat it on my nose.
Wow.
And right on top, you can also, what's great is you can put liquid blush on top of powder.
This blush is actually really stunning though. Like, I mean, with less. She does her eyebrows so weird. It's almost like she like pastes it on first and then uses a brush to like blend it out. So this is gonna be very different for me. Hers looks so good. Like when she's done, it looks so good. I'm gonna use the Brow Contour Pro in Blonde Light with the lighter shade just to start, because this is like real creamy. So she just did like real thick amounts right in the center.
Just flick that out. It's kind of like eyeliner to me.
Okay, honestly, her and I have very different brow shapes. I've used the dark color on this Brow Contour Pro and the light one just to try to like define my brows a bit more. The actual like brush method works really well for like a more natural look. But yeah, my brows don't look anything like hers, like finished at all, but that's probably not a surprise. It's not looking too bad. Like, I'd probably normally do my brows a little bit more structured than this, but let's just keep going. So this part looks really cool. Why do mine just look grey? Good idea in theory. Works for her. Does not work for me. And I've just got these like clunks of powder. Like, what is up with this? I'm gonna just keep going. Okay, the more I smash my brush and like flick off the powder slash work in some of it, you know, whatever happens, it looks a lot more natural. And you know what? Those look like real brows. I don't know, it's weird. It's like, that just looks like my natural brows. That looks like how they should be. That's quite cool. It really does make the product look like it's part of your skin. That's cool. Next, she does mascara like before her eyeliner. I'm concerned.
I always appreciated like Harajuku culture. They do this in Japan. They bring the blush up and they do it over the nose and they kind of put it in the center, and I always kind of wanted that cartoon-esque look.
Next up, she's using Coverfx cream highlighter. I was never a huge fan of it, but I really like these by The Balm.
I put it on my nose, put it here, and it dries so fast, so you have to work really fast.
I look so sick. Am I doing it right then? That's apparently the goal of this ego look anyway, so whatever.
On top. A little bit more. I kind of work it upward and I focus on the part that I want it to highlight. Just go over the inside of my lips. I try not to go too much on the outside because I put blush there to sort of blend that out.
Oh my goodness, it is bucketing rain outside. Every time I film, I swear, I've just turned on my artificial lighting just to like get a little bit more light in here because it is dark. Wow.
So I just put a little bit and I do my chin as well. I do a little bit there and I really try to blend that because that can look crazy sometimes. And I just kind of create an angle first. I like to create like a triangle, like a wing, suspend it and then connect it just like this.
This is like super dramatic, so I'm trying to go dramatic.
Start bringing it in. And this just looks best with my eye shape. I just take my blush and then I take it, I swirl it, and I work it into my creases. It just makes you look cold, like you're freezing cold. And I don't know what's so sexy about being freezing cold.
I don't look sexy.
It's like a spaced out sort of doll-like lash.
Okay, so far she literally looks way cuter than I do. I'm not pulling off this look in the slightest, but we will persevere. Next up, she goes in with Freckles.
Shake it up. I dot, and I love this stuff because look, you dot it, and then you pick it up, and then you just boom, and it's so easy. And you just kind of put it down, leave some of them darker than the others.
Once again, I feel like they look way cuter on her. I have the next product, so I'm gonna find something kind of similar.
This is just a loose eyeshadow, and it looks like this. Reflects a blue, but then also like a deep pink. Press that down. And it's like a peacocky sort of moment.
It's just gone all of my eyelashes.
So for a lip, I can do like an ombre. And feather that out a little bit. And it should look like that. Like you're not really wearing it.
I've got like fruit all over my fingers. How creepy does that look? For that, I know. Oh, okay, so that's the makeup finish. No setting spray. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's just stop here for a second. I just want to reflect on this, okay, for a moment. So, I am overwhelmed. I feel like I shouldn't have done such dramatic lashes, and it probably would have like felt a bit better. I would have done more bronzer around the forehead to warm up my complexion, some brow mascara just to give some extra like strength to my brows. They almost look too soft now since doing that powder. There's just a lot of pink, and I think I did too many freckles. Like I tried to copy like the amount she did, but they blend into her skin tone much better than mine. Like I'm very pale right now, and they just look like over the top. I don't know, I feel like my nose looks really big too because it's like a shiny blush, so it's just made my whole nose like amplify. Whatever. Let's try out her hair. I mean, I don't have a super long wig. She's got like a crazy long wig on. I don't have anything like that, so I'm just gonna like curl my hair. I might clip in some hair extensions quickly as well. I've got some luxy ones that are like 22 inches. Actually, just real quick before we do that, I'm just gonna like put a little bit of purple on my eyelids just so that it looks a little bit more like hers, because hers is like super purple. I'm just gonna use Lollipop from the Heaps of Sweets palette by XO Beauty. I'm using it on a fluffy brush so it's not as like opaque, because I don't want it to be like super dark, you know. Just the actual like process of her makeup too is very different from mine. Like I would do all of the eyeshadow before doing any eyeliner, because otherwise this happens and you get like eyeshadow all over the eyeliner. I'd also do my mascara after my eyeliner, because like it's just so much easier for me. Her process was really interesting. It's crazy to think how different everyone does their makeup. Like I don't know, I just never think about it. Okay, so there's a little just touch of purple. It's kind of hard for you to see in this trash lighting, but yeah, just a little touch.
So then next I'm doing my hair. I start with the front bangs. Boom. And then I take this part, I split him.
Okay, so some feedback. I definitely find the way I normally curl my hair way easier when I start from the back and then come to the front, because then you can like toss each section behind you as you go, whereas this way I'm like, I don't even know like where I'm at.
Boom, and then you swing, and then you swing.
And mine doesn't look as cute as hers. So weird how like different beauty routines work for different people. Like for me, I feel like strange wearing this type of makeup. I'm gonna use my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist because I really liked it last time I used it. It gave a really pretty finish. And it smells so bloody good. Well,
that's it. That's pretty much the Doja Cat look.
Alright guys, how do you think I went? Be honest. I feel like I followed each step pretty well. She definitely suits it better than I do. And I definitely feel like, you know, if I just had free reign right now to add a few more steps and shade my face in a little bit better how I prefer it, like do a little bit of bronzer around my hairline and stuff like that, I feel like I would like it a bit more and like define my brows a bit more, define my crease a bit more, define my lips a bit more, just like a bit more definition, you know? This is just a lot of pink for me, but I definitely understand what she was saying. Like she said in her video that, you know, throughout the day the pink fades. I have not blended the pink anymore, but it's definitely sunken into my skin and it looks a lot more natural at this point. Like it doesn't look as crazy. I mean, it's still crazy, but you know, like when I first applied it, it looked bright red and now it's like a soft kind of pink across like everywhere. So it's definitely a little bit more wearable like as the day goes on. Because I actually had like an hour in between filming parts of this video just to let the rain settle down. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was just too loud, so I just like held tight a little bit. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you want me to do another one, and let me know whose you want me to do. Go have a browse on Vogue and yeah, drop the name of the celebrity that you want me to recreate. Even if it's like their skincare or something, like it doesn't have to just be the makeup. I know there's a lot of skincare. It was fun. It was fun trying something new, that's for sure. I did feel like I learned a couple of new things. I don't think this is gonna be my everyday makeup routine or anything like that, but it was fun. Bye!